guest we just had, Jay Duckets, man. I like that Marco Polo thing. See, the part where he goes Marco Polo, up down Polo, I would have took that a whole different lane because I'm a pervert. So, yeah, like a lot of you listen to you guys will see when the new shit is out. But shout out Jay Duckets. I really like his music. I honestly feel he's talented.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and we're definitely gonna play that out of mind in rotation because somebody text me. I don't get you guys. Call the goddamn radio station. I'm not mentioning your comments, but yeah, Jimmy, you're surprising me with these picks. You actually went 11-5 last week.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, oh, you're so terrible. Even you're surprised. I went 9-7 after both of us had a terrible week. We're gonna lose listeners if they're taking bets from us. First week 1, I went 6-9. You went 7-8. But then week 2, I went 9-7, and you went 11-5. The game. Well, there's 2 games that just kind of got me scratching my head. The New Orleans game. We both were kind of iffy on that game with the Patriots and the Saints. I thought the Saints was going to...
I was expecting...
We got a caller already?
Oh, snap. Oh, damn, let us, start talking about something.
We have a caller, but she wants to speak about the guest that you had on.
Okay, put her on. Yeah, put her on.
There you go. Caller, you're live. Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Where are you from, caller?
I'm from Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
My name's Diamond.
Okay.
And I just want to say that I was all for with him reaching for the stars and putting out the big names out there. That's cool. Be against who you want to be against. And I want to say, even though he kind of looks like Safari. Wow. That's it.
Hey, you know I heard that before?
Oh, okay. Well, is there anything you want to say to him directly?
Hello. How you doing, Diamond? Hello?
I think Diamond left.
Oh, man, I'm about to say shout out to Baltimore. Yeah,
she left. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like a stripper name.
I don't even know who that is.
That's a stripper.
Diamond's a stripper, yeah.
I know, man. I know these names. You know, chick calling me, I'm Diamond.
Yeah.
Man, I'm fucking platinum. Anyway, let me stop. Shout out Diamond for calling in. We appreciate everybody that calls in. We try to get to all the calls. But yeah, like that Patriots and Saints game I was kind of surprised that the Patriots won in the Superdome.
Wow, you was expecting them to lose?
No, I figured they was going to lose in the shootout.
Yeah, I figured that too, but it's Bill Belichick, man. What can you say?
It's Tom Brady too.
Yeah, that too.
But
I can't really say
that's
what I'm about to say. You can't really say it's Tom Brady because the Saints never had defense, huh?
And then Deshaun Watson. And you know what's crazy? I told you I wanted to pick the Texans, but then I was like, you know what? It's the Bengals at home. They'll get one win.
Yeah, but you know, like
Deshaun Watson played a hell of a game.
He played a good game, but he wasn't like
Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah, he wasn't excellent in the game. That's just how bad the Bengals offense was. No, of course. But yeah, he is gonna be good.
Because he plays within that system. They run the ball. I think he's a guy who's gonna get you 25 touchdowns and he'll throw for about 2,500 to 10,000 yards.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Giants. We might as well leave the defense on the field when we get the ball.
Nah,
I don't know why. First of all, what I don't understand, why are we dropping passes wide open?
True, but it's not that. It's
why
not that. No, it's not that. It's that offensive line.
No, you cannot blame them for drop passes.
No, you can't. But if Eli doesn't have time to throw, you can't really. You know what I mean?
But see, here's the thing.
There's nothing you could do.
And that's why you call plays like Stephen A. said. You call plays based on your offense. If you know you have a weak offensive line, boom. Okay, let's run quick outs. Let's run slants. Let's run play action. He didn't call that, you know, and then he had the ball.
It's supposed to be a West Coast offense. It's supposed to be.
I don't know what this shit is. Not no West Coast offense. This is like the Alaskan offense. cold as ice right now.
Especially with Odell, I'll be like throwing like bubble
Even
screens
he
and
dropped
stuff.
the ball.
But this is his first game back.
I get that, but the play that it just took the air out of the team. Brandon Marshall had his guy beat by 5 yards.
Yeah,
I didn't see nobody and he dropped it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, are you on bipolar on this right now?
But listen, right?
the hell?
The Giants offense has been a problem for the past 8 games.
And I don't know how. Like, dudes are dropping balls. I've never seen so many drop passes in my life.
I mean, it can't just be the receivers. I mean,
Definitely
the quarterback
What did
has
Victor
something
Cruz
to do
do
with
last
it.
year?
Yeah, the quarterback has something to do with it, man. It can't just be the receivers. So you mean to tell me,
Like you just said, if you have no time to throw the ball,
not scoring 20 points for 8 straight games, though? Yeah, listen, Eli doesn't get most of the blame. I say most of the blame goes
he
to
gets some blame for missing
yeah.
guys down the field, and I said that, but the base problem, if
I
you
think
know
it's
your
the offensive line.
it can't be, because if you know you have a bad offensive line, you gotta call accordingly.
Flowers. What is the only times you hear Flowers' name in the game?
And the shit that
is when he gets
angry.
beat for a sack.
And you know what's
every
crazy?
single time.
Flowers is not that bad. He didn't have a bad year last year. No, he
every
didn't.
time. Yes, he struggled last year. Listen, every
He just
time,
jumps on sides every 2
every
minutes.
time he goes against an elite pass rusher, he gets smoked. He gets smoked.
Kind of true.
You
But
feel
see,
me?
that brings me back to the original problem. You know that. Why not give him help? Line the tight end up on his side.
But
the
then
right
again,
side is fine.
Yeah, at least
Flowers, we can run the ball behind Flowers.
At
We
least
can't pass
chip the
protect.
lineman. At least chip the lineman. At least chip the lineman with the tight end on their way out.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
I really don't. Yeah, we're gonna get picks for week 3 a little later on, but now I want to get into these Yankees. These Yankees, and I told you Judge is gonna hit 50 home runs. He has 46 now, I think. Yeah,
No,
45. 45. Sorry, I'm just thinking, you know, he's gonna do tomorrow, but you know, at the end of the day, him and Sanchez. I don't know if, you know, I don't think they're going to go off in their first playoff series, but they're scary.
No, they are.
And
Offensively, they're scary.
And it's like I
not
told
just them.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, honestly, the thing I'm worried about with the Yankees in the playoffs, they're going to strike out too much because this is a young team. They have a lot of power hitters.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. They have a lot of sluggers because not only are those two hitting over 30 home runs, you got Gregorius, their shortstop. He hit 25, right? I didn't even know Todd Frazier was on the damn team. He has 26 home runs.
And he's hitting like his weight 200.
Yeah, he's hitting 211.
Yeah, but I mean, I like Todd Frazier, but not for next year. Next year is Gleyber Torres' year. And speaking of home runs, you know this year they broke the record, right?
Yes.
And now the speculation is starting.
Who cares?
But wait, see, I have the answer. Physical evidence right in front of me. And I wish I would have brought the other ball so we could compare.
What, they mess with the balls?
This ball is light as day. This baseball, when Brett Gardner gave this ball to me, I said, he gave me like a ball they just practiced with. This ball is at least, I would say, a few maybe ounces lighter than the ball that they used 4 years ago that I actually caught one last year. But this ball is way lighter. Like, just feel it. Look, that ball is way light. Exactly. When he threw me the ball, I'm like, is this just a practice ball? Because they have the balls that they warm up with.
This is like some shit you pick up at the toy store.
Exactly. And see, this is why there's so many strikeouts. 1, ball is smaller. 2, you're hitting more home runs because the ball is smaller. And it's been known that Major League Baseball has messed with the balls before.
Yeah, they did. They messed with the mound.
Yeah, and now it's like, this is why you won't really see a batting champion hitting 330 or 340.
But do you know why they doing that, right?
Because they want more home runs.
They want that for ratings.
Yeah, I get it. But my thing is now what you have, and it's ruining baseball. And the way it's ruining baseball is teams like, I would say, the Royals in Oakland. They're not looking to lay the bunt down. If you know the shift is on, why is the bunt not being laid down? That's 1. 2, nobody steals bases because why? Let's wait on him to hit the home run.
Basically,
it's money ball.
Yeah, you don't.
That's money ball.
Guys don't play to win, and it's just crazy because now you got guys like freaking Brett Gardner, 20 home runs,
Yeah.
but he's hitting 250. Only 22 stolen bases for a guy who's like the fastest guy. I would say probably the 6th or 7th fastest guy in the league. But it's Byron Buxton. The dude was supposed to be like one of the biggest prospects on the Minnesota Twins. Dude is like faster than a horse, I think. He could probably beat a horse in the race. You forgot Kenny Walker did that. Oh, I think mainstream is about something else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, you know, a guy that fast, why are you only hitting 250? Only 7. Well, now he has 17 home runs, but I think he only has like maybe 25 steals. He should have 50 steals, 60 steals a year.
Well, yeah, baseball is played differently. Like I said, because of Moneyball, and I guess
that's why a lot of the small market teams will never win. They're not playing to their strength.
But it's been a lot of small market teams that's been making it to the World Series.
But yeah, the Royals did what when they went? They started running. They stole bases. They led the league in stolen bases that year they won. They run. They had, what was his name? Lorenzo Cain, Jared Dyson. They all stole soon. Alexidis Escobar.
Last
Them dudes all had 30
year, the
steals.
Astros were a Moneyball team. They had success. They didn't win, but they did.
They could steal bases.
Yes.
Altuve, Correa, Springer. The whole lineup could pretty much steal bases. And it's like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. These teams are ridiculous. But we're going to get into some fancy LaFleur came through, man. Mic check real quick. All right, we are back. That was fancy. Whoa. Oh, yeah, don't give them the hardcore music yet. It's about to start a mosh pit in here. Tables and shit moving. Shout out Fancy LaFleur, Queens. Came through. That song is a hard song. Shout out to her. She's actually going to be going to Atlanta to perform on the A3C festival. Now, I don't think the actual festival, but a show that's like a part of it. I forgot exactly what it is.
I got invited to that.
Yeah, man. So, it's like that. She's doing her thing, man. Like, I like to see real talent doing real things, She's a good person. She's not stuck up. She's very humble, down-to-earth chick that can spit bars. So, yeah, man. So, I just feel like this baseball playoffs coming in, it's going to be, I think whoever comes out of the American League is taking it. Unless they're playing the Dodgers. Which I feel the Dodgers are going to go, but
I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the Dodgers, but I feel like it's going to be another year of a letdown.
No, I don't see that.
Yeah, I mean...
They're waiting for the playoffs. They're just bored right now. It's like,
it's
won how many games?
No, yeah, but their recent struggles have nothing to do with it. It's just the Dodgers is one of those teams, like... Okay, you remember the Mavericks? No. The Mavericks back in like the mid-2000s. They always had like one of the league's top records, but then
they ran into some thugs when they played the Warriors.
Exactly.
I'll never forget that. Dirk Nowitzki was crying. He's like, "Get this guy over me."
I feel like the Dodgers are that type of team because for some reason they can never make it over the hump. Like they had the best team for the past 3-4 years.
I wouldn't. No, we didn't. The Cubs had the best team.
Yeah, last year, but before that, even last year they had a chance.
Got the pitching staff.
Even though they still had the team to compete, it's not like the Cubs are way better.
But we're over the top.
But
we
it's
got
something
Hugh
about
Darvish.
the Dodgers. They can't.
Hugh Darvish as a number 2 starter. That's scary. That's
scary.
like facing the Braves back in the day when they had Maddox.
But y'all had Zach Greinke. They had Zach Greinke and still wasn't doing anything.
He's another one that he's a mental case. And it's just what I'm worried about is Kershaw winning in the playoffs. Not handing it over to the bullpen. I want him to hand it over to Jensen. Fuck giving it to the setup guy, Levertone, and no, give me 7, 8 innings, 3-0, 3-1, whatever it's going to be, because you're not going to see too many runs scored in the playoffs. Not in the National League, anyway. I think this year in the American League, you're going to see a lot of runs in the playoffs because the Astros, the Indians, the Yankees. I think the Red Sox are going to get swept out.
But there are some good pitchers in the American League.
True,
as
but
well.
their hitters are just... All it takes is somebody to get walked, get on base, home run. Because that's what baseball is.
No,
you look at how these guys swing.
No, you're absolutely right. But I'm saying, like, when you have aces like Dallas Keuchel, Chris Sale, even Severino, even somebody like Severino on the Yankees, like
true.
You know.
But after that ace,
Yeah.
It's questionable. We don't know if Verlander is fully back because he had 2 good starts.
No.
Because
Verlander
I can see the Red Sox smacking Verlander around.
Verlander will never be the Verlander of old again. Like age catches up to you. You know what I mean? But he
has a lot of run support with the Astros, so he's going to win.
And he could be a good pitcher. He's a good solid number 2, number 3 starter.
Nah, he's 2. He's definitely.
What in the playoffs?
Yeah. The Astros have nobody else that can go before him. I personally think it's going to, because now when the Yankees have to play the Indians, I think we're going to wind up beating the Indians. Well, we have to beat the Twins or the Angels. But I think
the Indians, that can be tricky. It can be,
but I think we're going to beat them. I got us winning 3-1.
I feel like Francona is a better strategist than Joe Girardi. So I feel like he could out-strategize.
I think we're going to out-pitch them, period. Because once we get a lead and the Indians are losing by, I would say, the 5th or 6th inning, that bullpen comes in, it's over. This is the playoffs. So it's a whole different mindset when you're an offensive-minded team. You're looking to come from behind and you're looking for the big hit. So knowing how our guys pitch,
the Indians don't have like a big home run hitting team though.
They really do. Anybody on that team can hit home runs. Carnacion, Lindor, Santana. They got some guys that they'll hit some home runs.
But who's their leading home run hitter? Encarnacion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a slugger. He's a slugger, but what I'm saying is they're not only home run hitters.
That's true. But I feel
they can hit doubles, singles, or whatnot, hit on base. So they can play small ball if they have to.
That's true. But I don't see them doing it. Those guys are going to want to swing for the fence.
That's where Francona comes in.
That's why they lost last year, because they had a lot of times where they could have put the Cubs away, and they lost up 3-1. That was ridiculous. I was actually kind of feeling bad for the Cubs, and then they came back and won. I was like, you'll never see that in baseball again. It was just their time to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, the Yankees lost being up 3-0, but you're never going to see 3-1 again in baseball, I don't think.
Nah, I would say never.
I don't see it.
I wouldn't say never. Teams collapse all the
time. Not with these new, the way the pitching and the hitters are, I don't really see it. There's no teams that have those there's no team that has that makeup of guys that are just
play small
hard hitting, hard working dudes that they just clutch like that. It's either they're gonna get a hit or they're gonna strike out. That's how I look at it.
I see the playoffs as a time where you have to play small ball at times.
I want to see who's going to be the first to do it.
That's going to be.
It's not going to be the Astros.
If you have a good enough manager, especially if you have an old school manager, like they gotta get back to it. That's why, like, if the Cubs make it, I trust a manager like Joe Madden. You know what I mean? Like, because baseball involves a lot of strategy, and if you know the better your manager is in strategy, I think the better chance you have to win.
That's true. I just feel as though Cubs, they're gone this year, then they're going to retool next year.
They don't even need to retool. Just add a few pieces. They got a good core.
Oh, I want to touch on this right quick. Did anybody see the Kyrie Irving interview on ESPN?
Oh, yeah.
I heard about it. I was here when it happened.
Yeah. He said some words that, see, I'm an English major, so certain words mean certain things. Well, they mean exactly what they're supposed to mean. Now, they kept asking Kyrie, did you talk to LeBron? And he said, I don't feel the need, I have to explain myself to him. But then they kept asking him, was there a problem with LeBron? He said, why is it LeBron? Why can't it be, there's 13 other guys on the Cavs? So I felt he was ducking the question, but at the same time, maybe there was some problems with somebody else.
Maybe.
But I also feel I just can't wait till the Cavs and Celtics play. Because I think it's going to get physical in a hurry. And Kyrie's going to go with a chip on his shoulder. He's dropping 40. He's going to be one for the century, but he's dropping 40.
Yeah, I feel like they pressed him. I mean, well, that's what they're supposed to do.
But this is things you want to know. He never really has spoken publicly about it.
But then again, what do you expect? How do you expect the player to answer? Because if he do tell the truth, it's a big-ass controversy, right? And if he doesn't tell the truth... But there's a way you could put it. He could be like, me and LeBron didn't see eye to eye on the offense. Therefore, I feel I need my own offense. The media still find a way to blow it
up. Of course. But I'd rather hear it from his mouth than hear it from media to blow shit up. And you get what I'm saying? And really just make it a problem, and it's really not. But we knew this was a problem
Like,
since the first time they lost in the finals.
And I don't know, like I feel like he didn't owe LeBron an explanation, but the good thing, the best thing to do was give him an explanation. You know what I mean?
Why?
Like just tell him like, yo, I'm leaving. That's it.
But okay, so did you hear the report that LeBron wanted to quote unquote kick his ass? So you think he doesn't hear this?
But no, there's two sides to this. I didn't finish explaining myself. But then again, right? The first time LeBron left Cleveland, he ain't tell nobody shit.
Okay.
When he left
no
Miami, he didn't really tell
He
nobody.
did. He spoke with Wade and Bosch. Well, okay.
Okay, but he didn't really tell Pat Riley shit, right?
Yeah, Pat Riley felt
Okay,
this.
so I feel like this, right? If LeBron could do it, like, don't knock another player for doing it, and excuse LeBron for that shit. Like, nah, I don't dig those double standards. You feel me?
People just want to get on Kyrie because they're surprised he left
Yeah,
the
people are
Cavs.
mad.
Yeah, they're like, would he leave the Cavs to go to the Celtics so low? He has a team of his own, and I think he's in a great situation.
I feel like he wilded out for leaving the Cavs, but
Right?
I think he's in a great situation right
yeah,
now.
he wilded
He
out for
started
that.
feeling himself. He forgot he needed to get this ring.
That ring,
All right.
boy.
So what are
He
you
was
gonna
like,
say?
I'm Kyrie Irving, and he forgot that this is a team thing.
Well, I feel they're gonna
Hey.
knock the Cavs out of the playoffs.
All right.
Jordan was by himself for like 6 years before he got a ring. He needed help.
Exactly.
But he
Kyrie
won with
Irving.
the same team though. He didn't get no help at first. People forget about that. You know what I noticed about Jordan? People always remember the last 3 championships. Nobody remembers B.J. Armstrong, Paxson, and Pippen, and Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, Purdue was with him. Oh, Cliff Livingston, bum ass, was with him for 6 years.
John Bushler.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh God.
Horace Grant was
he was
a
a star in the Nets.
Horace Grant was a very good player, and
Yeah, he was
Pippen
good,
at the
but
top.
they develop. But my thing is, you make each other better. You add a piece here and there, but now it's out of control. Now it's, hey, what are we doing next year? You coming to my team? I'm going to your team.
Okay, let
that's
me
what
ask
we're
you
gonna
something, right?
Durant
No. Let me ask you something, right?
No, LeBron started.
Hold on. Let me ask you something, right? The
Durant's pretty
Bulls,
popular.
yeah, Jordan didn't win his first 7 years, but guess what? The Bulls did a good job of drafting players around him. They got him a Hall of Fame player.
That's true.
Through Scottie
Okay.
Pippen, right?
That's
They
true.
got him Horace Grant, right?
Okay.
What the hell did the Cavs do with LeBron?
Time out. I don't recall.
You must be a LeBron fan.
I don't.
I'm about to say,
Yo, Joe says this every week.
yeah, I'm a Kobe fan. I'm LA.
Yeah, I'm a
Kobe fan.
Lakers fan. I'm a Kobe guy, but I don't fuck with LeBron. But I
Yeah.
feel like people get on him too much.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
But my question to you is, what was the Cavaliers' record? He
For when?
had the best
For when?
record in the East twice.
For which? It was because of him they
But
had the
hold on.
best record.
But hold on.
Without him, what the hell would they do?
You're telling me that you can remember anybody besides Pippen that's made even the All-Star team on the Bulls on that team?
Horace Grant.
He actually didn't make it till I think No, he didn't make it during those years. You know why? Because Charles Barkley always made it.
That's
And
why. That's why. But he was
Charles
still an
Oakley
all-star.
actually got it before
but
him.
guess what? He was still an all-star level player.
Okay, and so was Adrenaline Gaskins. He actually made the
You
All-Star
can't.
team.
You can't compare.
Why?
Gaskins
He
to
was
Horace Grant.
averaging
I feel
15
like
and
Horace
getting
Grant
blocks.
was a better player, though, man. Come on.
He's a better player, but you
Come
still
on.
had.
And then
he's
what? You had Bo
talent.
Williams, who had his only All-Star appearance. Oh, it just
How was he-
happened to be with LeBron.
Okay, but how was
Had his best year.
But he had a good
happened to be
team.
with LeBron.
he had a lot.
Danielle Marshall.
He was a good. What?
Oh, man.
Daniel Marshall's not a garbage player. Stop it.
He's a bench player. He's a good
No, he
rotation
was a starter
player.
until the end of
He's
his
a
career.
good rotation player. Stop. Come
What?
on, man. Okay, let me ask you something, right? That team was so good around him. If you had taken LeBron off those teams, how would they do?
I mean, they wouldn't.
Because
But
they
you
pretty
still
much
need-
no.
But that's
The year LeBron
irrelevant.
left, yes, it's very relevant because it's
That's like
because
saying
they had
take,
that best
that's like
record.
saying take Jordan off the Bulls. Where would they be? Are you kidding
They
me?
won 57
When
55 games.
Coach came.
Come on.
When Coach came.
Without
Give me a
Jordan,
break.
right? When Jordan retired, they won 57 and 55 games.
With
which
Kukoc.
means they still
And
have
actually, that's a
good
lie
team.
because when he first left, they was one of the worst teams. We forget about the Jason Caffey days, right?
Should we forget about the Jason Williams?
What are you
days?
talking about?
Jason Caffey was on the Bulls.
they still had a good team, man.
Not with Jason Caffrey.
57 and
they didn't
55
make the
games.
playoffs. They did not make the playoffs.
They won 57 and then 55 games. They made the playoffs both sides.
Okay, but who was on the team? Tony Kukoc.
So that's a Jordan level player.
He was one of the best players in Europe at the time. Are you kidding?
He was a Jordan level player though. He was at the level.
How many players on Jordan level? Stop it.
So that means he was
ridiculous.
replaceable, right?
That's
so you're
ridiculous.
saying, hold on. So you're saying Tony Kukoc was able to replace Michael Jordan's production.
But he was a star. He gave you half of his production. He actually did. Let's pull up the stats.
Which means they still had a very good team, right?
So why
With LeBron,
so why when Kukoc
right? You
left?
take him off the team, what would they be? A lottery team, man. Come on.
They wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. You forget who was on that team? They had Larry Hughes. You forget how good he won defense. He was an all defensive player of the on the year at one time.
Okay.
Then you had Michael Williams. You had Daniel Gibson off the bench.
Daniel Gibson.
But he's a shooter.
Yeah.
He's equivalent to John Paxson.
Yeah.
So what
Is he
happened?
not?
Yeah. What
And he's
happened-
actually a better defender.
Wait. What happened with the Cavs the year LeBron left?
Because he did some foolish shit and left without giving them heads up. They wasn't prepared. First of all, half that team, 3 players on the team was off. Gaskins actually left too. So what did they really have?
They didn't have anything to begin with except LeBron. That was the point.
Okay.
They went from best record in the league to worst record in the league. Come on, if it was a really good team around him, right? It wouldn't go from best record in the league to worst record. Come on, you can't go from best
They
record
lost
to number
more
one
than
pick.
LeBron.
Come on,
That's what
man.
you're seeming to forget. They lost more than LeBron.
LeBron and El
So okay, wait a minute. If LeBron is so great, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they left the Heat, they were still a good team until Bosh got hurt.
No, they had a good ass team around him. You notice I
So
didn't
wait a
mention
minute.
anything about the Heat, right?
Okay, but
I'm
see,
mentioning
this
the
is
Cavs.
why this is the difference between
The Cavs.
why I tell people I feel LeBron gets way too much credit, and he's the one who started this bullshit of running to other teams. How do you? First of all, what other man is like? I think what Kevin Durant did is cowardly. It's cowardly. He ran at the end of the day. You cannot run to a team that you was up 3-1 and lost.
That man cannot win. Because you know why? If he
would have went to the Wizards,
No.
anybody but the Thunder.
Listen, this is the scenario, right? You stay in OKC. Let's say you never having a winning ring.
Why not?
You get criticized.
Not true.
You go to another team
Not true.
to win a ring, and you do. You still get criticized.
It's not. No. It's
So
not.
it's like,
See,
what can a player do?
You see what I'm saying? He's not understanding the point. He went to the Warriors. That's like Jordan going. Wait. That's like Jordan going to the Pistons after they whooped his ass 3 years in a row.
Pretty much.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
On that note, we're going to some Billy Club sandwich. Slow with your hands.
Yeah.
Swish, I'm trying to ball out on them.